Maybe the reason I'm so conflicted about whether or not I like this game is because somehow I've survived so long that I've started getting the 7-year itch. First playthroughs weren't meant to last this long. I'm dying on the inside. Satan, Azar, Salty, Trim, Sothan, Siddles, Chaz, welcome to the stream, everybody. How long did it take to come up with that one? What, me or Siddles? I was thinking about it while I was making a coffee, if you were referring to me. Dream, welcome to the stream. How is everybody? Right. I just want that trophy. I finished off yesterday being like, oh, tell you what I'll do, I'll sit in the game for a bit and get some phone calls and pass time so we can rally today. Even promised a prediction. Guess what I didn't have time to do? Manky, welcome to the stream as well. The warm, crisp house. It's not so warm anymore, alas. And that's the problem, because I don't have a heated garage to store the car in. Which means it's just living out in the cold. And we say it to each other after we spit on each other every day, Trim, so it's always on my mind. Oh, you two and your 7-year itch. Lovely. Right. Today, I guess we just try and make some money and be as productive as possible so we can get rallying ASAP. But I don't think it's going to be today, alas. Thank you, music. But go away. I've got things to do today, and most of it's sitting around doing nothing. No, because we do have a log job, right? Shitty Siddles needs logs. And the longer we make him wait, the more chance he has of freezing to death. And that is another source of income cut off. Problem I have is the tractor's over at Alcarion's and I have a very cold rivet on the drive that needs to start and not let me down. Maybe that's how we get on with it. It's noon as well, so I need to get the car started and get fucked off over to Alcarion's ASAP. I don't even know if I've got enough fuel left in the tractor back at Alcar. That could be a problem. And I need food. But such are the challenges that face a disgruntled My Winter Car player. Stockades? Who plays fresh in the big year 2026? Right. Look at it. It's a beautiful afternoon. Noon. As Augur and Jamie do what they usually do back there, I think the best thing we can do, because I do not want to miss getting to Alcarion's, is we'll have our lovely fire barrel brewed coffee and get straight off. With a car that probably won't warm up. If I could fit a block here, if I could have a block that can facilitate a block here. We're doing stockades. So that's, 3 warrior? No, Chaz can heal. Okay, I was being sarcastic for a while. I forgot Chaz is a priest, and I was going to make a joke about 17 warriors, but... So if it was Trim, I assume Mina and Siddles and Stubler, and then Chaz, that would be the 5. We've not heard from Trim just yet. I mean, maybe if people are up for it. It is, yeah, but stockades is like 15 minutes max, right? So if we get prepared ahead of time, maybe Mina can find room for it before... No, I will go here. Maybe. Right. Car, I'm going to need you to fire up immediately and not let me down. Soft plan. Alright. Let me know. Right, choke out. Blower off. Lights off. Done. Game. The problem with leaving out in the cold all night. Oh, you are a piece of shit, car. There we go, that makes things a bit simpler. I'm feathering the throttle. I'm doing everything I should do. Okay, this completely fucks our day's plans. Why won't you warm up? It's not like you're a fucking diesel. I drove it here yesterday. It should be in working condition. You can't plug a block heater into this, can you? That would make my life a lot easier. I'm assuming you can't, because I didn't install no electrics for it. Shit. Come on, pray. It can't because it has to be just because it's cold. But it's like midday. If there was going to be any time of day where it would be warm enough to start the car, it'd be right now. Fucking hell. Okay. Wait, has it run out of oil? Am I seeing that it's run out of oil? No. I might have actually fucked the battery though. I wonder if you took the battery out and took it into the house, whether you could at least keep the battery warm. But batteries don't work like that, do they? That's... Ah, fucking hell. I might have to go buy a new battery, but I've got no vehicles to go and buy a new... Anybody fancy a terrible idea to start the stream off? Just brace yourselves, everybody. This might be monster marbles in the next 10 minutes. Monster stream races or whatever we've decided to do nowadays. They'll be fine. Don't look so happy, cats. This is the bad ending. Potentially. Right. It should be fueled up. I just need to go and buy a battery. Hello? I'll take a phone call. Can you take phone calls with a helmet on? He thinks of everything. Hello, yes. That's not Siddles. Yeah, bye. Is that Cats? Oh, it's Auntie. Oh, I see. Yeah. Alright. Yeah. Appreciate it. Bye. Alright, we've got some work to do and some money to be made to pay for the next set of upgrades. Mazak, good afternoon. A mini bike and the phone ringing. What is this, summer? Innit? Alright. I just need to go and buy a battery and not get wiped out by somebody on the road on the way. I don't know if they've adjusted the handling on this thing. Oh, this is making me nervous. Mazak, are you well? Imagine driving this thing on ice. I'm going to have to take this corner nice and wide. We're safe for now. The car won't start, and my entire day's plans have been scuppered. Although I could take this to get the tractor. My body temperature is dropping rapidly. Yeah, it might be a little bit too cold for that kind of behaviour. Although I think I can get off and have a little jog around to stay warm. Right, I can't look left or right, so the playthrough could end here. We just have to pray. 275 hours. It's the old adage when you're crossing a road. Hip dip dog shit. Don't stall, stupid thing. Smash it. Hell, it's cold. I remember in the 90s when you could walk into a business like this with a full face crash helmet on and people wouldn't think you were about to mug them. Might actually take my underpants off while we're in here. I don't want to get sweaty. And Salty's just arriving in time. The car's broke down, Salty. I need a new battery. Thank you. Actually, is my postal order here to pick up? Salty, thank you. Yeah, but I need to know if I can pick up my postal. Ooh. Thank you. I don't think I can... I can't really do anything with this at the moment. He's shot with a helmet on. They made it illegal. Did they make it illegal? I can't remember. Azzy, good afternoon. Used to see people with a full face crash helmet on and visor and everything, all black, standing there. It's like he was shopping with Daft Punk. It is, Dougie, as we're saying, yeah. I feel like it makes the customers feel more calm in my company if they can't see my face. This is Finland, right? Eye contact and small talk and that kind of stuff is frowned upon. What is in this? I'll open it here in the foyer. The fuck did I order? The full exhaust system and headers. Alright, that's good. That's some rally components. Treasure map on it. Yeah, it's a lot more common on this. The gold shipping schedule and everything is. And for the second time, I've got Cedar's bag on a ooze that isn't near the quest area, just from killing stuff along the way. Lovely. Right, let's go home. So I'm sorry in the UK that doesn't. Yeah, there's a lot of them now, you know. It is a bit, yeah. I mean, there are some things that have taken me ages to get, but those few weren't one of them. Yeah, there's a lot of shops that don't allow people in with hoodies or groups of more than 2 or 3 teenagers or whatever in this country for their own safety, sort of. I mean, school kids have been nicking shit from that corner shop. Yeah. There's a reason for it, right? You could talk to some degrading societal standards or whatever, but we were doing it as Baines as well, weren't we? They just can't clip you around the ear now like they used to be able to, so there has to be a rule. No, in this country, it's probably Jamie Oliver that stopped kids going in shops to buy sweets in the morning. Right, please may this be the fix. I mean, the car could just start by itself, but I doubt it. Hell, I am cold. Wow, our temperature dropped immediately. Quick! Let's warm up for a bit. Keaton, good afternoon. How cold is it then? Woof! Yeah, alright, there's no wonder the car wouldn't stay warm outside. It's minus 44 degrees Celsius. Yeah. Okay. Okay, thank you, Towns. So, I named the stream after being desperate for a phone call, and I've got 3 of the fucking things immediately and given myself enough work for a full stream. Okay, I might have ruined my battery trying to start the car in minus 40 odd degree weather when it was probably never going to start anyway. This is why we need to get to Alcarions as soon as possible. Money, 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 money. Stayed in that village and got lost. Should have asked one of the hooded youths to give you directions. You know what I might do? I might remove this battery and just leave it. Leave the new one in and not try and start it. It feels far too frigging cold. And maybe we'll tow the car back to Elkarion's and put it in the garage. How do you professionally tell your boss to stop messaging me? I'm off sick. Just don't respond, right? Hooded youths, are you talking to the clan? I get something. We don't all live in Alabama. We'll just have good old-fashioned young miscreants. I think if you become unreachable, then you can't get a reputation for somebody that can be cajoled when they're ill, right? Just don't answer, Mazak. Be strong. Or are we going to be? Or are we like the Reddit relationship advice threads where you say, "My husband, it takes too long to empty the dishwasher," and all of the comments are divorce him, fuck him off. I'll do my best to confound Mazak. Got woken up from a call from your boss about 6 times. Do you actually know what it was about? Divorce, yeah. It's almost like that site just wants drama and is largely inexperienced with the things they talk about. Right. The boss is texting him about divorce. Can you mute specific numbers on modern phones? There's nothing urgent. Could I make it so that all oranges that phone me, I hear it, and then all greens that phone me is just on silent? Surely. Yeah, not block, obviously. I feel like all Sothan's done this morning is wake up and tell me that you can block people. It's almost like he's trying to send me a message of some kind. Fucking Sothan. You can, yeah, so you can have it so only certain numbers are on silent. Okay, Mazak, there's a solution. Good. All right. I need to think about this. I need to get the tractor from. Yes. Okay, cats. Thank you. That's all of the log jobs just come in at once. There is no way in hell that I delivered all of those within 4 minutes. Stumble with a knife on a box of soap. This is not Cluedo. That was daft earlier, Sothan. Sothan's like Chaz and Auntie and Martin and Azzy and Cats, and we played a game on Friday, one of the Discord built-in games, and then it sent us all a message last night saying, "Oh, here's something new to know about the game," and we were all like, "That's a bit fucked up, roger that." But we were posting it in a way, and I was reading back thinking, actually, that looks like there's something malicious going on, and we're trying to warn each other. I should just say, when it got brought up again, that it was just a Discord game and it's fine, and nobody needs to worry. And Sothan attacked me like, oh. At some point I was goofing around for its worth, but the confusion started because I said something and your message came directly after, and it sounded like it was in response to my message, and also I... Yeah, I was just concerned that... Because obviously when Kitten's account got breached, everybody was really spooked, right? And oftentimes I'll say, do not respond to messages from this account or whatever. So I thought, it's probably safe. Yeah, this car's far too fucking cold. Right, how am I going to get to Elkarion's and get the tractor back? It might have to be the mini bike. Wait, is Sothan in? He is. Is he? All right. Just before I set off, then I'm going to take the mini bike to go and retrieve the tractor. I'm going to be proactive here. I'm just going to go and see what Sothan's price is for Keeley right now. This is some fine stuff as well. It's the best there ever is. And then we're going to go get the tractor. We're going to make some money. But then when I wake up tomorrow, it'll be T-minus 2 days to the rally. Well, they said the wedding then. Sothan, can I just ask you what you would pay for sugar wine such as that? If it's gone above like 110, I'll sell you a couple. Go. You'll pay good for this. If this is 50 marks... You, of all people, shouldn't be one to start complaining now, Sothan, at my response. As the main villain in this. Trouble is, right, do I want to be going outside in minus 40? The great mystery of my winter car. If you're holding keel, you checking your watch and smoke. Alright, you want to see something, Mazak? How do you do this again? Oh, wait. No, wait, this one. Does it work in this game? See? I could use the shit truck to tow... No. How do I solve this problem? I need to get to Alcarion's, right? To go and pick up the tractor, because the tractor's parked there. I could use the mini bike, but the temperature is so fucking... Actually, it's not that cold. When I walk, it goes... Okay, maybe we can use the mini bike. But then when I get there, I can't warm up, can I? My temperature goes down, but when I'm walking, it goes back up again. Okay. Do that while checking your watch and smoking.
No.
I got chastised. Alright, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to drive over there on the mini bike and stop at regular intervals, like maybe at Trim's house, maybe at the dance hall, maybe at Martin Bridge, and warm up by getting out and just sort of going a little bit. Because it's cold as arseholes on this bike, as you can probably predict. Then we can go get the tractor. Be alright if the car started, but given it's so fucking cold, I don't think there's a chance in hell. I just have to be extremely careful and aware of cousin while doing this. Alright. Everybody relax. We've done stupid stuff in the past. And we've seen Chaz die of exactly things like this a lot, but that doesn't mean we're going to die too. Okay, you've got to stop writing in capitals. Lovely. Okay, I'm getting very cold. Calm down. I never understood why people, like forums and stuff back in the day used to have a no capitals rule and they'd call people out or make you apologise for talking in capitals. Being able to talk in capitals just adds an extra layer of bullshit to what you're saying, right? Like when Sothan and I were pseudo bickering earlier, once it went to capitals, we both knew that the other wasn't serious. And you're still getting banned in streams for it. Right, I'm going to get out now, and we're going to have a little walk about. We're going to warm up at Trim's house. Can I warm up? Can I warm up? Can I please warm up? Is it the helmet? I'm not warming up. I'm getting back on. I'm going on. We're going on. We're going on. Oh, I'm warming up. I'm warming up. Okay, we're alright. Just keep walking. Ooh, my temperature bar must have gone really low there. Super cold out. I think I need to not delay. When it gets to 0, just immediately get off and start warming up. It is super. It's minus 44. I don't know if you were there for when we were reading the thermometer. Okay, we'll just have a quick walk around Trim's yard a little bit. Is it going to stop going up there? Yeah, alright. Okay, do a little bit more. I hate this mini bike so much. It makes me think of Chaz. I agree that the second Caps comes out, I'm no longer taking that person seriously in the slightest, yeah. Which is good for disarming somebody that's angry, but also for, like, signalling that you're just messing about to somebody that you're pretending to argue with. Okay, slow, 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 slow. Get out, walk about. God, this might be the first time I've actually felt the temperature mechanics in this game in an interesting gameplay way. Like, the car hasn't started and it's impossible to get anywhere. Wait. When I first started playing this, in my mind, I assumed, I think I even said so on stream, that my strategy would be behave like it's the long dark in everything you do. And then once you've got that cracked, just play My Summer Car in that situation. And this might be the first time that's actually been a reasonable thing to approach the game like. I don't know how I'm feeling about the long dark. It's a very, very beautiful game, but damn is it difficult. Who here likes death loops? And save files called nail clippers thanks to Trim in 2021 talking about what it would feel like to clip the end of your teeth off with toenail clippers. Sorry, kitten, but that's what the save file was called, and people might ask questions. We need to make sure that the proper person's responsible. Don't shoot the message. Don't shoot Melinda Messenger. Come on, warm up, warm up, warm up, warm up. Not got anywhere near the dance hall yet. I don't think I've got to Scotty's Lane End. Damn, it's cold. Right, topless. I've done a lot of whinging about this game this week. But while I think you should, just so the game maintains its brutal difficulty, have it so that you can control fatigue with the TV, but at the same time, add it so that the temperature is like 10 times more dangerous, because this is interesting gameplay. Okay, we're into the negative again. Get to the top of this hill. Alright, dance hall. Dance hall days. What the fuck? I thought it died. Oh my god. The engine went off. And for some reason I thought the screen had gone blank and Thought of a new one today. Saw-style trap. You drill small holes in someone's teeth while they're knocked out. Put metal wires through each one and they have to pull their own teeth out by pulling on the wires to get out. What, so are these metal wires attached to the wall somehow? Your incubator's name is Melinda and I'll shoot that bitch if I want. Melinda Messenger. Hello, I DM D&D. That one doesn't seem as bad though, because one of the best things you can do as a kid is when you get a wobbly tooth, is just like piss about with it until it comes out. For some reason, well, it's still terrible, but it doesn't quite scratch the same itch as for some reason cutting one of your own teeth with nail clippers. No, I know you have to yank them out, Trim, I'm fully with you. But there was something satisfying about removing your own teeth. So while that is a terrible thing, it doesn't have the disgust response because it makes me think of that as a kid. Oh yeah, there are nerves in there, aren't there? That's true. Yeah, that would be quite miserable. Alright, after some consideration, I will agree that ripping your own teeth out with wire is bad. You're very convincing, Trim. We do that to Trim for being a terrible... I mean, the problem is, Satan, is you'd have to catch him, and he's buttered up at the moment. You've got a crick in your neck and the shudders hurt. For some reason, as a kid, I started to have, like, not visions, but I couldn't get the idea out of my head of running a piece of paper across that there. I don't know why, like a proper fucking 90s paper cut. And then along the end of your willy. Your willy hole. Just run it down it like a credit card. Ooh, I had a bad one once. I'd gone and bought some kind of... I can't remember what I bought. Some toy or other I'd gone and bought from... I can't remember the name of the shop now. But when the cardboard box was sealed, and it had like one of them little circle plastic stickers over it to seal it shut, I put my finger on the cardboard between the end of my finger and the end of my nail and just went like that to try and cut it, and it tore the shit out of the skin under the... I was an idiot. I was like 7 or something. Kids can't be trusted. Made you stand up. Damn, Trim, I didn't realise it was going to be that extreme. God, this journey, fucking hell. If kids weren't allowed to twist their own teeth and enjoy it, we'd live in utopia. What do you mean, Cats? Is that what's happened? It's created a generation of weirdos. Damn, Trim. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you stand up. Oh. I also, in the spacer thing in the kitchen where you put all your cutlery in, then you can get them plastic spacers. People have fancy ones now, but back in the 90s when it was just a piece of formed plastic, there was like a square bit that was full of like paper clips and bulldog clips and stuff, right? And I can't remember what we were talking about, but I was messing about and I was like, Yo, I'm gonna make a noise. So I put my hand in that and started like jiggling around all the stuff, and the potato peeler was in there, and it cut my finger, and I've been genuinely really uncomfortable around blades ever since. Fucking idiot. Alright, the long journey is over. Hope you all thoroughly enjoyed that. That's why you're so cautious with your P-word cutters. Well, P-word cutters are never sharp, are they? They're supposed to be dull, as a rule. So they've always been fine, but yeah, like kitchen knives or anything like that. You know those thick plastic strips that people used to wrap around boxes? Yeah. Caught one of those between your toes as I was running once and ripped the shit out of the skin between your toes. How did you get caught on that? Oh, you've only just learnt they were dull. Yeah, they're dull, aren't they? Pizza cutters. They're just for pushing. 6-4, good afternoon. Not yet, I didn't have time last night, alas, to prep for the rally. To run it through the house like a twat. You're lucky your toe didn't fly off. This is a bit less on this topic. But we were climbing bales as kids. Okay, I'm going to let this warm up while just standing outside for a bit. We were messing about and climbing bales. Gareth, yeah, he was one of them. And you know they have the, you might not, the orange or blue baler band. I don't know how rural some people's livings were. Upbringing. We'd be climbing that and messing about. And a kid fell off, like, probably the height of a, I don't know, about 8 feet, something like that. He fell off, like, proper fell off backwards, not just, like, dropped down. Fell back like that and landed with his pelvis on a stunt peg thing that sticks up off the back wheel of his BMX. No, it wasn't his pelvis. It was like somewhere up his back, and he had his arm and all sorts in a slit. Ow! Whoa. Fucking hell. I've got that mixed up with another story about a pelvis, which might be genuinely too disgusting to tell. But I'm going to feel like telling it eventually, so I don't know whether to just start. Alright. Get it out of the way. When we were still kids, there were about 17 or 18. Our social group was massive. So there was like a kid from the year above that we didn't know too well, but he was a friend of a friend of a friend. So we all always ended up at big, like every weekend at big parties and stuff. And he was one that got on weed a lot sooner than everybody else. And you know when somebody goes too far and their like personality just drops off a cliff and they turn into they go a bit, what's the word, distant. He'd gone like that already at like 19, like Sothan, yeah. And he'd had enough of what, for some reason he just wanted to go home, and he'd had enough. So he's in the upstairs window of the house we were in, and he didn't want to deal with everybody on the way between whatever room he was in and outside, so he jumped out of the window, but because he was just so far gone, he'd been drinking as well, he was so far gone, he jumped out of the upstairs window, landed on his feet, but didn't break his knees, bend his knees, so both thigh bones smashed his pelvis to pieces. He just jumped out and just went dong, like that, at about 2 o'clock in the fucking morning. Jesus, Gwynplaine might know him actually. I don't know if he was somewhere between our ages. Just picture that. Oh. You've at least told me and some others that I might have told it before, yeah. Ugh. Yeah, I know, like... I know weed's like 50 times safer than alcohol and stuff, but there is a level you can get to where you can just tell somebody's not coming back, can't you? And he'd already got there at like 18 or something stupid. Jesus. It makes you dumb as fuck, yeah. I don't mean a level he got to just... I'm sure you understand what I'm talking about, but I don't mean that he got to a level... he went too far that night. I meant he for some reason was such a habitual smoker over time that he was just like that 24 hours a day. Like he was a liability. Yeah, I know you do, that's what I was saying. I'm just letting everybody know that I'm not saying it was some like binge smoking or something. It doesn't really exist, does it? Well, it does, but... Fucking hell, imagine that though. I've been in a pub a few days later and getting an update that is, apparently the doctor said part of his pelvis was just dust. Okay, my gross story when I was a kid, probably 5 or so, ran up the stairs in our house and of course I fell up, ended up slicing your tongue open on your own teeth. Parents took me to the hospital and they said they wouldn't stitch it or anything, so now you've got a flap on your tongue. Yeah, that's pretty unique, Salty. What, on the top or on the bottom or what? Or in the middle? Like one of them people that wants to become a human cat or whatever, so they get really, really low grade, not cat, like snake, and they get their tongue cut down the middle and have really, really, really low grade piercings and stuff like that. And they all invariably end up tattooing their whole face one colour to get rid of what they've done. All of them, for some reason. You know the type, kid, right? All of that shit, they always end up just going full, ear to ear, black. There was a guy at Ellen Road that was the same. He used to have all these tattoos all over his face and all over his head, and he probably searched for it, Leeds United tattoo guy. It didn't look good, obviously, but it was impressive, and even he went and just got it all filled in. I worked in a tattoo shop for ages, you know the type, yeah. I went with a proper forked tongue, 4 prongs, none of that 2-prong bullshit. 3 crap piercings in each one. Wait, you actually did sit? In the top of your tongue where the taste buds are. Pretty sure it has taste buds inside the flap, top of your tongue. It freaks people out every time you lift it up. So it's like, if this is your tongue, is there like a flap that sticks up or that can be lifted up like that? Is that how it works? If you had that many piercings in your mouth, though, even bottled beer would taste like it came out of a tin. Ugh. Footless tractor. I'm not even put the radio on, I've been too busy thinking about disgusting shit. And it was the right call. I've got the 2 piercings and that'll do you. But one in each little toe. Sounds like a Morris dancer when he's going for a piss in the night. To share a bit. It's good to have some battle scars, right? But not in your mouth. So that's a level of commitment, that's salty. Good work. Yours out babies and shiny, don't mix. Kittens' children are like magpies. Both nipples? What, you guys have two? Okay, tractor recovered. I've left the mini bike there, but that's fine. Hopefully, it's not this cold tomorrow we can get the car started. But we do have things to do in the meantime. Don't drive on the... Why did I drive on the fucking road in the tractor? You know, while breastfeeding you can grow a third. Buying milk from the shop is not considered getting a third nipple kit. We've been through this. Joking, of course, although I do want a tattoo, just so fucking expensive. It's been so long now, I don't know how, what prices are tattoos these days? It's not an easy thing to answer though, is it? I suppose. Some piercings in an ear septum, but not in your mouth, I couldn't imagine. Yeah, I imagine it. You probably get used to it relatively quickly, right? Found that one, that out one night balls deep on Reddit, in a Reddit post. If this cost me 800 quid, like 15 years ago, is it, how much would, like, is it triple that or quadruple? I'm just trying to think of a way to quantify how, to explain how much a new tattoo would be. Get some shit stencil from a brand new tattoo artist who's only trained on footballs for like 20 quid, but you want a detailed one, yeah. Lip a few months ago, but it looked horrible, so he took it out. Felt tips cost about the same. Gwynplaine, good afternoon. Gwynplaine, I don't know if you were there for when I told the story about somebody who... Oh, fuck, I need some shit from the shop, don't I? I'm not sure if we both knew the kid. There was a family in the village that we grew up in. I knew the daughter, and you worked with the older brother. I'm trying to piece it. I could just immediately name names. Yeah. The older brother was short with dark hair, big weed smoker.
And you're finished. Our guest tonight, a man who's no stranger.
Shut up. Yeah, I just didn't know. Did she live in the city? Yeah, they did. Yeah. I don't know if you remember. His mate was called David, and he was a weed smoker to the point where it was beyond a joke how much his personality had just drained out of it. Like he was, you know, I mean, it's kind of irrelevant. I was just telling a story about when he jumped out of a window and smashed his pelvis, but I was just interested to know whether you might know the same person. Doxed him, feels bad. It was Sothan again, yeah. So when I was about 800, 900 would be the same ballpark figure, so it's not got terribly more expensive, but it is still an expensive thing to do. It's always Sothan. No, I don't think he was. He was tall with like long, limp hair. You got to know the brother relatively well, didn't you, at a certain point? Yeah, I was just telling a story about when he jumped out of a window at a party and didn't bend his knees when he hit the bottom and like destroyed his pelvis. I was wondering if it was somebody you might have been aware of at the same time. Maybe not then, yeah. Oh, grisly. Asked for a chest cover up and they wanted $3,000 from it, which is fine, but I can't pay that. Not when I know how to do it on yourself for the price of materials, yeah. The correct way to jump out of a window is not jumping out of a window. True. Right, let's nip the shop and get some food and stuff. I'm going to have to just... This can be the day we went and retrieved the tractor. Yeah, not the correct knee bending. I mean, there is ways to jump from that height, right? But landing like a pencil is not it. Wait, can the tractor get up this hill? I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll limp the tractor onto the snow to the right and then we'll drive round. Yeah, again, apologies everybody. I was going to try and get the rally done today, but I couldn't fit sitting in my summer car for a few hours in last night, even though I thought I might be able to. Alas. Winter car, I should say. Seen them videos of people throwing a Christmas... Yeah, I have actually. Yeah, it was like that, but with a human being. Mercifully, I didn't see it. That would have been terrible. Again, it goes to what we were saying, right? I don't think there's any way imaginable for a parent to lead a young lad into that age 16 to 22 period in a way that can protect them from all the dumb shit they're about to try. You've just got to get lucky, I think. No matter what, like, upbringing any of us had, whether our parents were filthy rich and doing well, or dirt poor, or whether you went to school or didn't go to school, everybody was doing the same dumb shit. And it was just a dice roll whether you got to the age of 22 without being in a car accident, developing some kind of dependency problem with some substance or other, or getting someone pregnant. It was just a fucking dice roll. Or smashing your pelvis to pieces by not bending your knees when you jump out of a window. Roger Allen Wade, right, kid? But it's not if you're gonna be dumb, is it? It's you are. Yeah. If you're gonna be dumb, you gotta be lucky, I suppose. Was that your dad's name? Thought I'd led myself down the drug roll and the pregnancy route, yeah. Heaven forbid you got yourself pregnant, that's it. Drugs you can get rid of. Right. Let's do some responsible stuff. Let's fuel up. Let's get ready for a big day. It's not his fault, he was never trained in the art of knee bending, maybe he only knew water bending. Where he is now. Oh, that's why I was getting in touch with you, Gwen. I was wondering if you had any insight, because you knew you had tangential relations with this group of friends later than I did. But I guess not. He's in a wheelchair, yeah. I guess there is something in this country which is so divided by class issues. That's our that's this country's social issue. It was nice that at least no matter where you came from and how you grew up and what your parents were like and etc., we were all united by being fucking idiots as teenagers. In exactly the same way. Kids are probably safer from that now, aren't they? What'd you say? I might eat while I'm here, you know. We'll get a burger. And then I'll buy some sausages. Shaggy Dan, I need some... Will you shut up? Just don't do shit. Do they though? Are kids still going out every night? Can I have a burger, please, Shaggy Dan? Thank you. 12, welcome to the stream. Say what you want about the UK. It has class. It does. And we argue about it constantly. Hello, Salty. I've got no stuff to pick up. Everybody, don't translate or talk about it, right? Yeah? Deal? Kids aren't even drinking anymore. I know, right? All the old favourites are dying out. From I've heard they don't drink, smoke, have dumb shit nights out, etc. I may be very wrong, to be honest. And to be honest, I hope I am, but apparently they're just straight edge little shits. Thank you. They are still, right? I don't know, I don't, like, even at a younger age, I don't see, like, roaming packs of Banes running about outside anymore. There used to be about 18 different packs. You've seen worse situations than I suppose you work with school-age kids, right? Or a couple of steps removed from. Exactly, no. Well, no, not to the same extent. You had a couple of channels, and a gaming console or two, and maybe the internet if you were just at that right age, but none of it was worth sacrificing going out for, was it? Thank you, Salt. Appreciate it. Shaggy Dan, good morning. Just going to say, as somebody who smoked a lot of weed and drank a lot of beer, and having a second to type, I've never once thought, let's jump off a second floor of a building. Maybe medical grade marijuana isn't as strong as Euro weed, but everyone I know who jumped off the second floor is just stupid or in prison for stealing copper wire from his unit. Yeah, there was certainly no part of me that was saying you can all get to that point type of thing. Yeah, no. But what I am saying is that this kid in particular went from a really bright kid to somebody that his situational awareness was just gone. Like, type you had to stop from walking into traffic. It just didn't mesh with him well at all. Used to jump off the roof of my house when I was younger. I was stupid, but I was also lighter. Being on a roof now is terrifying. Shaz was a young Mick Foley. Like, I don't remember 16-year-olds snorting ket in the school toilets when I was 16, but that's the thing there. I mean, there was definitely drug use, but yeah, maybe not. It maybe wasn't a common thing, yeah. Still think it's magical that the DARE program in the US increased drug use. I mean, at one point in the 90s, wasn't it, or late 80s, wasn't it basically either you're a drug user or you agree with Nancy Reagan. Choose now. We were doing anything we could to get our hands on it, smuggling vodka and Gatorade bottles into first period and drunk by third, etc. See, that's just it. Like, I do think a lot of that was happening back then. Maybe not to the same extent, but I was not in any of the circles where I would have known about it. But drinking was absolutely normal, yeah. Ketamine's a different story. I don't know how true it is, but I read something about how Dare's hidden agenda was something to do with making money from some groups of people. I don't remember the details. Dare introducing you to drugs. Wasn't that around the time when there's accusations that the... Oh, what have I tried doing this for? That, around that time, didn't they fund the Sandinistas in Nicaragua by... There was something like that, right? I might be misremembering. Just not class A's in the school toilets, yeah. Right, I've had to pull off the Contras against the Sandinistas, that's it, you know. I think part of the problem is that when we were going to school, the internet wasn't as big as it is now. So any drugs had to come from Timmy, who had a shady cousin. Now you can just get them wholesale online. Yeah, and there's a lot of stuff normalising it as well, right? That you can watch all day. To the point where the line between safe and unsafe gets really blurred. Iran-Contra affair. So that is the thing, yeah. There was something wrapped up in... But specifically, wasn't there something wrapped up in enabling the sale of... Am I going to fit through here? Just enabling the sale or profiting off the sale of narcotics somewhere to make the money up. I don't know. Dare is how we found our classmates' parents were running a meth lab. Imagine sitting through the lecture where somebody says, "This doesn't look like what mother makes at home." Fuck. That's brilliant. Depressing and brilliant. The fact he got away with Iran and Contra not tainted his presidency is still wild. Not only that, he influenced a load of bullshit over here as well. Good old days of just buying haze from a dealer and it's just a bag of shake. Drinking out of a... smoking out of a Coke can and you fucking poked a bunch of holes through. Yeah, now you buy some fancy thing that's been designed online, don't you? Some moulded plastic thing that you've got shipped over from Taiwan that does it specifically, and you can get one in it with any kind of children's cartoon character on it you like. Thin line between heaven and here. Kids here in the US are pretty rough these days. Part of me feels like they're worse than they used to be. That's the thing, right? The thing I always have to remind myself is that this was said about us back in the day, right? And I wonder if it's just a perspective thing. But I do feel like, even with that in mind, the internet has been such a shift that I think we're not just on the sort of general trajectory of losing touch with younger generations, right? Or losing the ability to relate. I think things are accelerated to the point where we might actually be in a situation where it's not just older people feeling left behind. Yeah. The Iran-Contra thing included the CIA selling narcotics to US citizens and using the money to fund the... Okay, gotcha. So the Contras and the Sandinistas were involved, right? I don't know about 1980s Central American history that well. Bread bongs, yeah. Gas mask. Oh god, yeah, bread bag. Then they ruined it in the UK by Warburton started delivering bread in like waxy paper. I have no history with any of this, for the record. But I was around a lot of it. I mean, that is true, Salty. That's very true. I'm living in the future. I've got a bong with a reservoir for ice so it doesn't burn your lungs. There you go. It's slightly different to using a bread bag. To a point, I think that's the case, but I also know teachers that have taught both generations, and it's pretty universal saying the current generation. Yeah, Gwynblade was posting the stats recently as well about literacy and grade levels and things have been on a steady increase since like the Industrial Revolution, and this is the first decade in, what is it, 80, 90 decades? 90. 8 or 9 decades where for the first time literacy and all of the sort of academic capability has dropped. I think the 2010s and the 2020s has seen the drop up. Obviously COVID didn't help and schools got all messed up for a bit there. They were involved but not the playmakers, gotcha. I mean, who can blame them when our generation used tablets to raise them? Try to teach for 15 minutes and they go through withdrawal. If you click into the stream options thing at the bottom right, the little cog, there's a section for if you want to put Subway Surfers or Minecraft jump puzzles on the other monitor. If you're struggling. Burn a hole in top poker socket with wrench through rubber band on the bag. Pull the bag. Careful, it'll rip your head off. Kids used to just beat each other to pulp, now they're shooting each other. Yeah, there does seem to be a bit of a... I really struggle to know what time it is. It's 1 AM.
Ei saatana.
Is it warmed up? It is warming up slightly though, and it might be even warmer by the time we get up. Christ, it's raised nearly 20 degrees just across the course of that day. Maybe the car will start in the morning. Sorry, I know this is loud, I'm just checking the weather. So that must be where... We must be in the far southwest then, because it's about minus 32. Is there a forecast? Here we go. See, it's going to stay around minus 30 to minus 40 for the next 3 days. No, wait. It's going to drop below 30, actually. It's Thursday, isn't it? So it's going to be 30 tomorrow. No, it's going to be 25 today, in fact. That's good. Maybe the car will start, because it's already warming up. Okay, let's go to bed. I need to pick up the... I need to take the car back. No, I can't take the car back to Elkarians, because we've got the tractor, haven't we? But then we can maybe take the mini bike back. Yeah. Did I... Where did I live? Okay, one thing at a time. Stop the calm the fuck down. Blame the current generation, but it's our generation's fault. True. Well, it's... Yeah. Or it happened. I don't believe in group dynamics to that degree, but I know what you mean. It's happened during the time when people of our age were in charge, yeah. I know that's what you meant as well.
Ai, ai.
I feel like a crackhead last night with my dab rig and butane torch. Come on, wake me up, good. Turn off. Lovely. Right. We'll have a wee wait. We'll have a smoke. We'll surf. Glowing red hot glass that I need to make sure I don't touch with anything. That's how I felt the first time I tried an ice bomb. It was easy to take a big hit because it was cold smoke. It was so big it felt life-threatening. To quote Gianmarco Soresi, they started selling guns, big guns, the one you use for... I'm not just going to sit here and read that out, so then. Christ. Imagine what the fucking AI YouTube algorithm's going to do if it pegs me saying that. I know I'm trying to shrink the shadow Doomhaus at the moment, but they'll get me banned. Lovely, right. I'm sorry, Shadow Doomhaus, if you're listening to this. I'm just trying to get the Doomhaus off recommended. I'm pulling the ladder up behind you if you're already here. Alright, no wait, I need to go check the temperature before I even start because I don't want to drain the battery. Got 10 minutes. Maybe we can head over to the first location. Temperature is minus 25. Yeah, so the weather was correct. But I don't know if that's enough for the car to start. Do we want the car to start? No. My current strategy for getting the YouTube channel off people's recommended, I've been putting the videos live, then taking them down again for an hour, then putting them up again, and I've removed all tags and stuff. And I think it seems to be working-ish. They've gone from getting like 20, 30, sometimes up to 100 views to like 10. I think it's working. I'm doing some good old-fashioned research on how to tank a YouTube channel. Right. Fucking hell. Big kitten's lungs hurt. What's that? What the fuck is that? Oh, it's me. It's me burger and chips. That's a good thing to take out with me actually while we're doing this, because I could be eating that while I'm on the road. I mean, now kids are just smoking fucking cherry Baja blue raz ice flavoured shite. It's blasted my tolerance lately. Baking brownies. Had some friends have half of one and it basically knocked them out. You've got two and you're happily cleaning the house. Time to take a break from it, Chaz, and come back and knock your own head off with it. And this is now how we have to leave the house in the tractor. I could just drive like this all the way to Scotty's thinking about it, but I'd probably miss the turn off because it's dark as knobs in this game, as always. How dare you say I'm right, kid? You got no evidence. Alright, who do we like the least? Auntie, cats, Siddles, or Towns? Little popularity contest. So I'm going to have to deliver logs to one of them. Just sucks because it genuinely helps with sleeping. I didn't use it any for like 2 days and was like, oh my god, is this how I slept for years? It was awful. But it's a dependency thing though, right? That's how you sleep in withdrawal, but I'm sure eventually it'd level out a bit. You start to sleep a bit more human. It's like when you get off caffeine for the first time, innit? Where you're like, this is terrible. I hate this. How could I ever live without caffeine? I'm going to die. This is awful. And then within 4 days, you're fine again, right? Or just dig deeper. Balls deep. We like Siddles the most. Who's we? The fans. Oh, everybody stretch. What is it with me not having the radio on today? I think in the tractor it might almost, because the tractor's so, like, squeaky. Maybe talking too much, yeah. The tractor noise is so monotonous and loud that having the radio on is just overstimulating, right? Maybe that's what we do from this point on. Save the radio for... Don't add noise to bad noise, right? 2 wrongs don't make a right. Plus, is there anything worse than when you're listening, when you're trying to concentrate and blocking out a monotonous noise than having Sothan whistling down your ear holes? Holy fucking game's just tabbed out. Jesus, not when I'm driving. Got a weird brain thing where I wake myself up every 30 minutes while sleeping. Had it forever and was not... Oh, I see. Started using cannabis and was like, do people actually get to sleep like this? You wake yourself up every 30... Whoa, break. No, wait, this is Auntie's house, isn't it? Yeah, wrong turn off. I can relate to that, Chaz. That's the situation I'm in at the moment. Yeah, that's different then, yeah. I thought you meant it just helps you nod off easier or something like that. But that is different. Might just knock down how much I use. I'm sure I don't need much for sleep, but I need a lot now to get the fun effects. Same with anything, right? If you're a habitual user, you eventually lose the... of anything. You slowly lose the top-end benefits. Swap your ingestion. Instead of brownies, use oils. How do you explain to a naive? How do you ingest oils? Like, what's the ingestion method or methods? Decarbon... What does that mean, Kim? Vaping THC, a droplet of oil under your... Oh, under your tongue, I see. But you can use it in cooking and stuff, right? Is that what you're saying, Kim? And there's something you can put on your skin. Oh, so there's a million different methods. Decarb is when you bake it. I don't know for what, but yeah. So you're talking about putting it in cooking, Kit? Dougie, welcome back. Gotcha. If you just have the flour, you can cook it in... Hang on. You can cook it in butter. Binds to fats real easy. Gotcha, so that's what you were both referring to. Has anybody else unlocked the flower that Dougie and Cats are wearing? You can get RSO and then it goes under the tongue. So you just put a drop under your tongue or something? Oh. Got one as well, 6'4", yeah? Like tar, the size of a grain of rice. What, is that the droplet you use, yeah? Back him up. Good work, by the way, everybody who just didn't, you know? It's absolutely the best way. Starve of oxygen, right? Referring to the guy from before. It's good fun. I'm with you, Azzy, yeah. It's not actual oil, it comes in a syringe and it comes out like tar and it sticks to everything. Do people still smoke resin? Resin was big back when I was growing into an age where that was everywhere. Speaking of fats, I also did the keto diet a while back. When I got the fat burning part, I was passively high throughout my day. Since THC binds to fat, burning the fat redistributed it back into your body. Is that a known side effect of keto? Right, I'm going to go for a midstream break, and we're going to get some work done. If all you've got is red, so you can still, it's still something that you can get, yeah, the oil as well. So I was doing last night, I did resin, but it's in Texas, so it's baby stuff compared to normal. I've never heard that term in ages. For some reason, part of me thought maybe it had faded out. Right. What's a good view? Is that a good view? Is that a good view? Maybe that's a good view. Right, I'm going for a midstream break real quick. Mass action charge. Oh, dear me. Fucking back's killing. Right, just want to go grab a drink.
Päivänä painin karhun kanssa, kun se oli postilaatikoilla vastassa. Tällä kertaa päätin itse tehdä aloitteen, ja oitis minä ponkaisin hyökkäykseen. Karhu käski mua käyttäytymään paremmin, sanoin, että mieluummin haen remmin. Ja pieksen sen mun tontiltani helvettiin, ellei itse tajuu lähtee vähän sassiin. Karhu siinä kynsiänsä terotti, kun aivan kaikesta taas mua vedotti.
Good work.
Vaatteenikin oli aivan täysin kynsinyt.
Yeah, it sounds like they're talking about the same stuff, cats. Oh, I know you're... Oh, sorry. Can you hear me, Azzy? I don't know if you're on the ad break at the moment. I think you might be. Right, welcome back, everybody. Go. Ooh, I feel dizzy today. Oh, you hear me, Azzy? Yeah, to get the flower, if you click it, if you click Katz's Bloom badge or something, it says... Bloom badge. Earn this badge by watching a clip, VOD, or live stream 3 days a week. The badge will upgrade weekly. The problem being there's a lot of people that have done that and not yet got offered the badge, so I don't know why. It might be an experimental thing where only certain people get access to it or something. Azar says ginger beer. 6-4 says Pepsi Max Cherry. Chaz says meth and beer. Marnrat, good morning, says cloudy lemonade. Mindrak, how are we? Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You need to turn off the bits badge to show it. I mean, it might be available for everybody in your chat appearance section. Reflection millionaire stays. Or desire to shop organ. And stream races. Lovely. Right, the answer is... That's 3 out of 4 finesses this week. It feels slow compared to normal. No, they went with tropical. It's sad that Bible Thump's gone away on the messages. On the, you said tropical. Well, I didn't fucking see it come through, Mazak. His messages missing? Or am I being, like Sothan keeps doing, gaslit by a fucking green? Why does it feel slow? But the revs turned up full. Yeah. Now I know Chaz is lying. Because his mouth moved. Just wanted to waste your time looking through your messages for 2 seconds. Heaven forbid somebody wastes his time in the Doomhaus. The Greens aren't gaslighting you, you're so dramatic. Yeah, maybe you're right. Ooh, fucking hell, man. Man. I said man because Bagman turned up. I read his name and I said man as if I was some kind of surfer. Jesus. Bagman, welcome to the stream. That's the most disgusting email I've ever seen. Whose email is that? Right, I'm having a bit of this drink. I've gone dizzy. How crazy you sound saying the Greens are gaslighting you. Honestly. I don't know why you act this way. It's like you don't trust us. If they're alright. Is it a limited group thing, Azzy? Yeah, that makes a bit more sense. So why have Dougie and Kat's been selected for this limited group? They're going to have a better bloom badge than everybody else when it goes public. It really does feel like Twitch are trying to push the idea of people watching the channel more with a lot of this stuff now, right? And that's been their goal all along, but like, it's a bit like thinly veiled, isn't it? This watch streaks and all of that. Come back to our website. Because you're awesome. You Greens. If you think about it, like Mazak and Sothan and etc., that were here in the very early days of this solo stream in an afternoon, there was no bits, there was no ads, there was ads on the site, but there was none on non-partnered streams. No bits, there was no ads, there was no channel points, there was no gifting subs.
I'll be excited to see what my next pair of flower looks like. Apple bush, lol.
There was no custom sub icons. What else was there? None of. was no like predictions or polls or any of that. Just us sat here doing exactly the same as we're doing right now. Actually, I've got a question for you. You probably said this before, but I've either forgotten or just not paid attention to it. But when Swifty decided to stop with the Doomhaus, what made you carry on? Was it your idea originally? When it started, we were on Nost, obviously, and there was people streaming. And in our guild that we were in, we used to have a separate Skype call open. We were all like, this doesn't sound egotistical, but we were always known to be idiots together in a way that everybody found entertaining, even way before the internet or WoW or anything. And we used to, on that old server, we used to have a Skype call running at the same time we were in TeamSpeak, where we'd fuck about while the raids were going on. And those of you might know Gossy had said you two should stream, and Twitch was, it was somewhat in its infancy. It was like 2014, 15. So it was neither of our idea, but we both didn't have a great deal of time for it back then, because this is before I'd been injured, so I wasn't doing any work from home or anything like that. I was out doing fucking 45 hours a week, manual labour. But when I got injured in 2016, this is why I complain about my back, for those that don't know the law, you enter that period, don't you, when you're off work for a bit, where you've got no structure, and your head falls to bits, and you're like, I need to do something. So, I started streaming in an afternoon, as just a way to have something in the work, in what was the work day, for structure. So when Swifty, his life changed around a bit, and he decided to stop streaming, I'd already started this, and since then, throughout all of the ups and downs, and even through COVID and all that, and through different income, different sources, all sorts of shit that's gone on, this has been a constant, and it's been great for it, right? It's been a massive boom in a million different directions. So I just carried on, and it was never, when Swifty stopped, we didn't know whether he would stop forever or only for a little while, so I just carried on. And have done nothing but like benefit from it in, as I say, in tons of different directions. And there was no Twitch messages saying, "Are you sure you want to send this?" Yeah. I don't know if that's what you were asking, Mazak, but pretty much just that. Yeah, and the stupid shit stream. As I say, it's been a constant ever since. And in terms of like the hobby side of your life, it's been nothing but a massive boom in terms of like meeting people and being able to do stuff in big groups and all sorts. It's been real good. Plus, it's like a massive buff to your gaming life as well, right? Because I've had periods where I've been hugely like out of love with gaming in one way or another, but still, every afternoon I'd sit down and do some real focused like engagement with my hobby, and it's good. Good. Fuck Twitch, but it's been good. And fuck all you nerds, but it's been good. Now I'm stuck here chopping logs endlessly. It sounds positive and wholesome. I regret asking now. Sothan, bring up the clan again. It reminded me that I need to stretch more often. In them really early days, it was like me and Thandia and Mina and Cheeky and you. And all the way through it, I had to keep having people remind me every sort of 10 minutes to stretch. That's where that came from. Because my back was in such chaos at the time that sitting for 3, and that's why the streams are so short as well, instead of sitting for 8 hours. I don't do very well without structure. I don't know if it's the same for everybody else, but structure and routine are huge for me. Dougie, thank you for the bits, I should have said. Still remember being sent here from Taz Dingo, yeah? I was like, huh, 2 British bitches drinking Bredleys and dancing in stealth in AB playing De Woodies. Fair enough, I guess I'll stick around. 10 years of sticking around later. I like being in a rut. No, not a rut, that sounds negative. A groove. And it's why I'm always keen to not, like, have it become something other than just what it, this is like the Shrink House thing. We've joked about it for a long time, but there's truth to it, because what it is right now is perfect. That's all I've ever wanted it to be, right? And meeting the odd new person every now and again and getting to know them is brilliant. But if we were to meet 300 people in the course of a month, it would be something different. And then, as we've said a lot, like marbles would die and golf would die, and like, you know what I mean? It would become unmanageable. I always like having a big group of friends, but there's a lot of negatives with streaming that I'd like to keep away. I'm not saying I'm good enough in any way to be any bigger than whatever, but you know what I mean? Structure and routine are big for me too. I feel lost and overwhelmed when I don't have the same salty, yeah. It's nice to follow a quest list, right? Strive for structure and routine, but I thrive in chaos and spontaneity. If this stream got to 300 viewers, I'd bet there'd be a second Discord with the OGs in it. Yeah, if something started kicking up, like if for some reason some touch paper accidentally lit and it got to that point, I'd close the current Discord for new people joining and we'd just sit in there all day. It would be our little haven. Imagine not being able to do marbles though. It's the only thing worth sticking around in this place for. Maximum shrinkage, yeah. Or I'd just get cancelled. I'd just read Sothan's private messages or something, and that'd be it. We'd be done for. Have a break or something. And that's partly why, with the Shadow Doomhaus, I've started to grow a little uncomfortable with the idea that this stuff's being like blasted out on an algorithm. And it was only ever very small. Like I say, it was like they were going out to like 50 to 100 people. While it's a nice thought that new people, and we've met people through it, like Bear and etc. Like it's kind of not what I built this place for, if that makes sense. That YouTube channel was supposed to be just a place for the best of, so we could mess about with highlights, and then it was supposed to be just an archive of the old stream. I need that to be expected. Like years my husband changed work shifts a lot. It was a mess. Oh god, I can imagine. Having to constantly shift up routines. The money would be very nice. Absolutely. But not worth sacrificing this, yeah. Oh. Not that I know much about Twitch revenue, but I assume number goes up, money goes up. It does, yeah. Is that you, Gwynblith? It's a door knock in 10 seconds and the door knocked. Hang on. Alright, very back. Hello? Am I just rolling down the hill? Oh my god. Gwynblade's about to leave a bag of poo on the doorstep. I did think that, Cats. It was a bit of a let me in please, thank you situation. Right, I'm back. I can relate to this, like I want consistency and structure, but I operate and feel best when things are a mess. Maybe you secretly like chaos. Well, that was it. I could feel myself slipping into that. When I lost my, like, the structure of that job at the time, so I had to gain it somehow, because I could feel I have like to-do lists and stuff now, and everything's stupidly organised, so I can just turn my brain off. Be very polite home and shit. I like the idea that somebody, he needed to borrow his own keys, his spare keys that are at mine. That's what he was doing. I like the idea that somebody broke into Gwynblade's account to trick me into coming to the door to break into here. It's that fucking game that messaged me, Sothan. You were right. It was malicious. So apparently people with ADHD thrive in routine and structure, and then when those aren't there is when we learn we have ADHD issues. Oh god. That might be me diagnosed. Incoming train death. What do you know that I don't, Chaz? I nearly reversed off Martin Bridge. God, this has been a strange stream so far. I can see into the past. At some point you died to a train. I did. That's how Gindrite died. That was the longest run in this game I've ever had. Although this one might be about to... Wait, Jitten might have been alive longer than Gindrite was. I beat the game, if you remember, and I got the Junior Cup trophy, and I was like, yeah, nice, I can quit now. And I quit and played Fallout 4 and Valheim and all that, and started to get the itch to come back and get the amateur trophy, the proper one. So I joined back in on Gindrite in early last year to set about getting the amateur cup trophy, and then drove straight into the train. First fucking stream back, and everybody invariably accused me of throwing it on purpose for a fresh start. I feel like the impact needed for death may have been lowered or fixed in this game as well. I know in my summer car just tapping a pole for NU at times. Yeah, I don't know. It might be the same here. I've not really had that much of a crash. I've not hit a tree. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe because I'm so nervous about driving in the snow that I take it even slower than somebody that was already hyper safe in this game. It's got ridiculously safe to the point where I'm not dying. People with ADHD can have structure. Who told you these lies? Oh god, it's Sibyls. Everybody be nice. He's a Kurpa fan. And as a result, he has to sit and watch his team lose every fucking week. This fucking tractor in the snow sucks. Anyway, ginger ale? What do you take me for? What the hell's a mush? Should I be offended? Oh, grateful. I've still got my burger to eat, which is probably a good thing, so I'm thirsty. Get out the fucking thing. Siddles, hello. It's nice to see you. That'll be close enough. It'll do. See Discord. You got Gunblade? I've not received anything in Discord. Have you sent something? Someone indulges in booze a bit too lush. Right, revs up. Oh, they'd already done it, that's why. Right, Siddles, I'm going to need you to just pay me and not talk shit. Tell me I haven't missed. Very much appreciated, thank you. Hang on, stop myself from dying, 1 second. Picture failed to send you, might guess what it was of. What, in the street? Really? Oh, hang on. Oh, I see in the... So for context, everybody, Gwynblade was in town and couldn't find his house keys, so he stopped off here to borrow the spares and has got home and found his own keys in his own door. Good work. I mean, that's one of the better possible outcomes, right? I like this, going and buying it. If ever I'm off out in the tractor, I'm off to PSK to go and buy a burger before we start. Fiddles. Thank you. Right. Oh, right. Let's go. Let's go home. What's the fastest way home from here? To probably... back where I came and then across the northern road then. For proper context, extra context is I had a blood test this morning that went a bit sideways and had a blood pressure sugar crash and nearly passed out and felt like shit. I thought I'd probably lost it. Yeah, you got the happy ending, I suppose. Yeah, I thought for a second that you was going to say that you were just laid in the street. Like how our old man did recently, didn't he? They say when people get diagnosed later in life because there was structure and routine, and then when they grow up and there's no routine or structure, they had to make all the decisions and have people depend on them, it brings it out. They said that's why people join the military young and don't know why they have it until they get out, because they don't have the structure and being told what to do. Yeah, they don't have the rails to exist on. I can see that, actually. You popped out to get some food to stop yourself going wobbly again. What is it a reaction to? It's not a needles thing, right? Yeah, you know you live in a posh little town when our old man came to visit recently. Like last year at some point. And me and him went for a big long walk, and he realised that he didn't have his phone on him. He dropped it on the way to me, and he realised about half an hour into us going for a walk that he didn't have his phone, and assumed he'd left it in the car. But when he got back to the car, it wasn't there. Train? No train. Chaz, you were full of shit. So when he dropped me off, he went back to the car and realised it wasn't there. And it turns out it had been laying in the street, a brand new iPhone, for an hour or something, and nobody had picked it up until some old lady picked it up and handed it into a shop, and he managed to get it back. There's the train. Maybe why you got your diagnosis so early, there was no structure in our house. Possibly then, yeah. It made so much worse by when my parents divorced and your dad was put on swing shifts. I can see it though, when you finally get put in charge of your own destiny, then all of a sudden you realise, yeah. Wait, did I hear that right? I'm playing WoW, why am I full of shit? You're full of shit, Chaz, because I went over the train tracks and there was no train. You said I was going to die from it, but I've successfully survived both trips over the train tracks. And all the other reasons you're full of shit, cuz. Go on then, bullshit me more. And I said you're a bit... Oh, what? Chaz said I'm a bitch. Yeah, full of shit, as we see. God, this game is a lot of tractor. So much tractor. We're both sexy bitches. There you go, Chaz. We'll take that to the bank. And by that I mean that Kitten's full of shit as well, evidently. Right, all the vehicles are messed up. I don't like this game anymore. I should maybe take the mini bike, actually. Let me go grab the mini bike. We'll take the mini bike home. Fucking hell, carry on. Hey, has he done my wheels? Mini rally wheels.
Terve, terve. Mikä oli pojalla mielessä?
Winter radials. They are ugly as sin. Stare them. Is that the thumbnail for today? God, they're ugly. As I think Geralt of Rivia once said. You know what that? Good work, bye. The only structure we had in our house is when you'd wake up. You wake up to shower and brush your teeth. Before you go to bed, you shower and brush your teeth. Everything else was just whenever, whomever had time to deal with whatever it was. It's a hard thing to introduce into a life that's started like that as well, right? Give me this. Did I just see him? No. For a split second I thought it was you lot's birthday, but it's not. I shouldn't have called it out either, should I? Right, let's go back. Tell us what your doctor said about your friend's twins when they were born. What about the what I said about the tyres? I hope not. Dad was very much in the trenches with himself, but denied it, yeah. Yeah, certain generations it was a bit harder to admit that kind of stuff, right? If they were even aware of it in the first place. I love that you can see that in the distance, by the way. Sometimes you take little things like this, like that in this game for granted. I don't know who the Fox guy is. Dr. Fox. Do me a favour, Kitten, and just check that the account in the Doomhaus has not got a grey name. As always, like Kitten's done here, everybody, if you get a friend request from the Doomhaus, come in here and check it's somebody that we know. One good thing about the green and orange thing is we accidentally can immediately spot somebody that's just joined. Are they a green or an orange? Great. Alright, I'll go ban it. Ignore it, everybody. Thank you, Kitten. Done. When I friended Kitten, she checked to make sure it was me before accepting. I couldn't believe it. Yeah, when she found out it was. Denied. It might be someone nice, I'm sure. It was probably somebody advertising some shit sort of. Friending on Discord is weird in my opinion. It is, but again, it might be a Doomhaus privilege thing that we talk about a lot. Like, where all our friends are, like, we've got a load of friends in one place, right? Or multiple places similar to the Doomhaus, so it's a lot easier. But I guess there are people on here, on Discord, I should say, that are a bit more lone wolf, right? And the way you connect with people, or even message people, is by friending them. Like, I don't know if Sothan and I are friends on Discord, for example, because we've never needed to be. What joke were you making? When I friended Kitten, she checked to make sure it wasn't me before I accepted. Sorry, Sothan. You made the same joke I made anyway. True. Are we friends? Yeah, alright. I'll use Mazak as the example then of people. Like, I don't think about making friends on Discord to the point where there's people I've known and speak to every day for a decade that I haven't added. Like Cheeky, for example. I've got my DMs locked to friends on Discord because I'm the mod of a server and I don't need a million randos messaging me for mod stuff. True, actually. Yeah, I bet that'd get annoying. 2021 Doomhaus says hello. We had to friend each other for a game once, maybe? Maybe a Discord game, you may need to be friends. Possibly so, can you? I don't know. Or you just really like me. Cat's made a point recently, and it's going to be in the upcoming best of, which is terribly late, but it's coming out in the next couple of days. Stop getting on my back for it. Apparently I'd called Cats and Bear my friends on Discord. And it was so notable that Cats brought it up in Fall Guys the next day. It was like, you don't usually say that word. That made me reflexive for some reason, and I'm not sure why, but he was right. Ooh, dear. Okay, I've just money shifted a tractor. Almost. Started to gag like you had a hair boy. That's what the noise was. The tractor was like, boy. Really jokes on that word as well then. Fucking hell. Your mouth unhinged like a snake. Wow. Oh dear. I'm British. You get a physical reaction to being nice to your close friends. I'm so sick of this tractor. I think Discord just allows for communicate. I think you have to be in a shared server, yeah. Wait, what do you mean? I mean we all communicate without actually being friends? I'm sick of this tractor, it's killing me. I need to go fuel the fucking thing up. See, this is the annoying thing about this game. Tractor, you need to use it 10 times more, but for some reason it uses fuel 10 times more. It's annoying. I don't know if you have to either have a... I see what you mean, Mazak. You have to either have a mutual Discord that you're all in, right? Hence why the bots do the stunts like they just tried to do on Kitten. Or you have to... Oh yeah, that's true. Surely that person wouldn't have needed to add Kitten as a friend. to speak to her. I need to get out of this tractor, it's killing me. But I need to fuel the fucking thing up, so I'm going to have to drag it to PSK, which it can't drive at PSK. I do wonder how I'd play this game now, if I started from scratch. Whether I'd fuck about with logs. I know it's good money, but I'm just sick of driving the tractor everywhere. As I say in the first game, the tractor was notorious for being a terrible vehicle to have to drive, and the only thing you ever used it for was one log job, and it was a short drive. You used to drive it to town once, or we did at least, at the start, to get to go and collect like the wheels and all of those components. And it used to be the dreaded, like, every time I died I was like, oh, I've got to drive the tractor to town. But now, in this game, you drive it every fucking day all over the map. Stupid thing. That's got to get patched or something eventually. But they patched it recently to make the tractor worse to drive, so maybe not, I don't know. I wonder if there's going to be another source of income eventually. Then again, he already put 2 in, didn't he? With the shit truck. Oh, shit. Right, with the food-to-thon and the taxi. But having them as losable jobs, the fact I'm still on my first playthrough, creeping up to 280 hours, means that I just haven't played the game. I haven't played the game with them as a thing for hundreds of hours because I just won't die for some reason. Right, fuel him up again. It's like I'm complaining about the game now, but I know full well that in 2 years' time, when it's had tons of updates and tweaks, I'll be adoring it and looking back thinking, God, it was rough in them early days, but this is why you play it, early access, right? It's weird the hitch on the truck is... What, the rear hitch on the shit truck, you mean? Does it not work? I've been using it as if it does. Oh, the thing's still open. This one, please. I used 2/3 of a tank just to go and deliver some logs to Shitty Siddles. I need to be ordering parts, don't I, constantly. But tomorrow in game's the last day before we're actually prepping for the fucking rally, so I suppose I need to get the car back to Elkarion somehow and fast. I might chuck the exhaust and all of that in the trailer, and we'll maybe the end of the stream now is to try and get the car to Elkarion because I need to put the new parts on it and stuff. Although maybe I'll just rally with the stock exhaust at first, and we'll put the racing one on after. Lovely. I need to check that. Money's got it. Tomb Raider 1, 2 and 3 remastered. Wait, when did they make remasters of those? Is that a recent thing? Oh. Are they like recent releases? £2 I'm spending a lot though, aren't I? It's just bits and bobs I'm buying from here. Was there anything I needed while I was... Oh, no. Just to basically go home and sleep now, don't I? Relatively recent remakes? Oh, remasters. There you go, everybody. The 2024 remasters of the Tomb Raider games available on Epic if you want them. Free stuff. never really liked them games. I assume you mean the originals, the 90s ones. I don't know why, I never really connected with it. Let's get into a debate about the difference between a remaster and a remake again. I was agreeing with your previous definition, assuming by that you mean the same game but with some touched-up graphics. Slightly more modern and able to run on a modern PCs. Played Tomb Raider 2 but never finished it. Got your save wiped at the final boss. Did you drop your memory card in the toilet? Someone made an operating system called FactoriOS. Oh, that's a good name. It's an operating system that disallows anything that isn't needed for Factorio to stop you from being distracted. For the Q&A, does it play Factorio? Yes. Does it do anything else? No. FactoriOS. It's worth it for the pun, but that's funny. Oh, your brother decided to play it to start a new game. I had a mate of mine that did that to one of my early Pokemon Red saves. Prick. And that isn't even the biggest disaster from the Pokemon days that I had to go through in terms of lost progress. And it was right before Pokemon Stadium was coming out. Like, I cheated like crazy. The amount of times I'd walked up and down the coast on Cinnabar Island to get free rare candies, and all my fucking Pokemon were level 100, and Pokemon Stadium had just come out, and I'd got a second-hand N64 so I could plug my fucking cartridge in and play with all my own fucking Pokemon and live happily ever after in Pokemon Stadium. But no, that bitch reset all my cheated progress. I was like, I could start my own game, can't I? I was like, yeah, just don't save. My own fucking fault. Ooh. I feel like we're just reliving trauma today. This is ever since Trim brought up cutting your teeth with nail clippers. Just won 250 quid on a sweepie. But I mean, it could have gone to your dad. Oh, I see what you mean. It's your money now, Siddles. People that know you have suffered enough, let them suffer a little bit more, it's fine. Got 100 quid from Nationwide. Oh, did I buy a lottery ticket in game? Nail clippers isn't necessary, just file them down with sandpaper. What's that daft shit online that people are pretending is good for your face? What's the name? It's that they lifted a stone and discovered a bunch of people that. I would have been killed in my summer car right there. This is why you look both ways. Is the driver dead? That's a good question. No, he's fine. The captain of our darts team who was asking for squares. We had one with the darts team on it, but then most folk had one for them as well. Oh. So you got it all by yourself. No, not mewing. They lifted a stone and discovered this community of people who were so obsessed with their physical appearance that they were going above and beyond to try and get their selves to look a certain way. What was it? And there was some lad that was like, had a theory that if you just like gently knock the bones on your cheeks or whatever with a hammer, it would damage them to the point where they would like flatten out over time or whatever. Lux Maxin, that's it. Neff, welcome to the stream, that's the one. Lux Maxin. Fucking hell. The internet's ruined us, isn't it, really? How did I get onto that? Yeah, there we go, from filing your teeth down. Neff, welcome to the stream, good morning. They do a fairer share thing where they give some of their profits to those with regular accounts plus savers and mortgage. Oh, yeah. I think I've had that actually, nationwide. Missed it by days last year, I forgot. Satan, good work. Siddles, good work. You filed your teeth. Under what? Belonging to a dickhead. Got it. Sorry, I've got tractor blindness, everybody. Composite on the back. I haven't, not kidding, no. When that one kid got famous for looks maxing was in the trial, people were talking about how the judge mogged. Oh yeah, that's something, isn't it? The judge beat him in a good look competition. Sometimes I look at the internet, I look at stuff like this and I think, God, people are spending their time doing that dumb shit. Jesus, just get over, like, stop wasting your time on frivolous shit. But then I'm sat being miserable in a video game and it's set in a dark 90s Finland and wishing my life was better in the game. Well, but you know what I mean? Just as ridiculous. I can't get up this hill anymore, can I? So at that point I decided I was done with this planet. It's funny to watch though. I can't, fuck this tractor. Thought I spent a lot of time on the internet, then terminology like this reminds me that I may not be that bad. They're a symptom of something though, aren't they? I don't know what it is. Like, there's some need we aren't getting met by being constantly online, and everybody's seeking different solutions to... Yeah, exactly so. And everybody's seeking different solutions to find it. Seeking for different solutions. And some people are just susceptible to dumb stuff like this, right? There's a more interesting discussion about how, not what, right? Martin, welcome to the stream. Use a nail file to file it down because of a bit that was pointy and cutting your tongue. Ended up filing your teeth a bit. Oh, I see. I thought you meant an actual procedure. The empty hole we have in our hearts because we can just get everything instantly now. Yeah, I suppose. Or it's the empty hole from this kind of socialising, having a glass ceiling, right? And the bit that we can't, the 20% that we can't get by just socialising online, it starts to fester, and we don't even realise it's happening. Martin, good afternoon, incidentally. Reading that hurt your teeth. You should have been here earlier, Martin. Shit. There's no excitement in that, yeah. Convenience is a killer. Can I ever miss the Doomhaus competition? See who is looks maxing. Well, Chris Man is just going to wipe the floor with everybody. Chris Man could be a judge just to make it fair. Right. I've earned some money today, but I just feel like I'm slowly going mad. But we need to get this car to Alcarion's. Santa as well, yeah. Let's not do this, actually, because we'll end up listing a lot of people, and the people that don't get listed will... You know what I mean? I'll come second, this guy, with his dashing grey hair. Sothan, stop lying! He's been gaslighting all day. Let's not kid ourselves. You know, that was his words, not me. Kid around, he said. Did you do that on purpose? Just because of Judge mogging that kid? Wait, what did I do? Did I do something by accident? Or are you talking to Martin? Right. Eat. What time is it? 9 PM. Stress is high. Let's go for a snook. Oh, Chris Man could be the judge. I did not know. I didn't even notice it. I won a best mustache at work. Before I got a plaque for it. Does that count for anything? Jazz, that's top. I'm going to need to see that plaque. It'll have your name on it, won't it? It was 9 at the time, which is the interesting wrinkle. Just said he'd wipe the floor with us. Chris mogged. Mog. Where's Mog come from? Right. Let's have a wee wee. Should save actually. Chaz got a plaque for his moustache, but his dentist was not amused. Had a lady that does makeovers for a living tell me my lips and eyes were perfect. Does that count? This guy. Humble brag. Is that what you say when you're online too much as well? That's the humble brag is the millennial version of Lux Maxi. I should save, shouldn't I? But it's like there's 30 minutes till the stream ends. Fuck it. Right, sleep. I want to be up relatively early tomorrow, so 7 o'clock works, but I might not even be able to sleep until then. Then, we're going to get this car started. Almost let loose a depressing statement then, fucking hell. Go on, go for it. If I've already talked about somebody crushing their pelvis today, I think we've... all bets are off on today's stream. Thank you, alarm clock. Sothan in? Might be actually. Actually, I'm not giving Sothan any kill. You can fucking get fucked. I mean, if Sothan can tell that joke, Mazak, there is no low bar. Right, I mean, if the car could just start, it's a warmer day. Just stop being a bitch and start, please. Having the interior light on for the full stream probably doesn't help. Brand new battery, bang, car start, here we go. Chokes out, bang. Pumping the throttle, bang.
Vittu ja vittu.
Got good news, everybody. I can't take the key out. More tractor. I was once told 2 years ago my eyelashes were too good for a man and they're perfect. Then I was like, why do I remember that? Then I remember that whole men don't get compliments often and they hang on to them like gold dust. True. Even if they make you insanely uncomfortable, which is common, for some reason, they stick to you and you're like, why has somebody said that? What are they trying to get out of me? Is that what you mean, Mazak? It's fucking it's ridiculously common. You're like, why did that person say that nice thing? Why are they mocking me? What's going on? What's missing? Those ladies have to desperately put mascara and growth serums in hours just to get a quarter of the glorious lashes you bitches have. Natural. But that's the thing. That's probably why men don't get many compliments, because we can't fucking take them, can we? There's Martin over here complimenting himself. He sent 5 messages in the stream and he said I would come second in the best looking in the Doomhaus thing, and then said he's got pretty fucking eyelashes. What's next, Martin? Eyelashes are nearly invisible weak sauce. Ginger all the way after all, yeah. It's true though, he says. The ginger eyelashes, yeah. Wait, lashes? Or brows? Wait. Are ginger people's eyelashes... Are your eyelashes ginger as well, Mark? Never thought about that. Both. Ginger eyelashes. Ginger eyelashes sounds like some pretty American actress. I've been complimented on my eyelashes many times, so this checks. What is this masturbatory fucking thing we're doing at the moment? Everybody's like, God, yeah, gorgeous, fucking hell. Kitten's like, no, Mazak's like, men don't get enough compliments, and then fucking Chaz and Martin like, yeah, well, watch this, I'm amazing, I'm going to compliment myself for 2 fucking hours. can see Theo's from across the room. Ginger eyelashes sounds like an alcoholic drink. Tropical. Right, I've got 32 minutes to get this stupid shit car to El Carrion's fast because I need to get it prepped for the rally and it isn't starting currently. Shit. I don't want to miss this rally on next week. How am I going to get the car there? Is the handbrake on? No. How are we going to do this? I'm going to have to go this way. No, my lashes. I heard Martin's going to Dead Mines soon. Imagine. The best skin, best lashes, best eyebrows. Let us have something. I've still got much Stubbler's big theory about skincare. Wait, is the door of the car open? Can you agree on 100%? Yeah, I'm sure it's that, but there is a bit of an issue in it. I can't shut the door. There we go. If you're having to wear makeup, you're kind of stuck in it, aren't you? I have great boobs too. Everybody calm down for a minute. What's happening? Got a tractor in this game is a new level of toxic. I just need to get to El Carrion's. Center myself in the chair a little bit. I'm losing my mind in this game lately. What is happening? Why is... It's fine. Can't. I'm getting tractor mogged at the moment. After you said something about it, I use one thing on my face to wash it and one to moisturise. Both are bog standard simple things. But there's the makeup, yeah. They're just like fighting like hell to get that shit off since it's been put on with stuff that is waterproof and budge proof. I never thought about that. Does waterproof makeup, is it harder to get off? I bet Martin's got great balls. 8 of them. I'm having a bad time. We're going over the... we're going off-road. Sorry for all the tractor noise. Fuck this game. You know what? We're driving over the lake. I've had enough of this stupid game. We are currently towing the car, which is supposed to be helping us win a rally tomorrow in-game. I'm towing it to El Carrion's because it won't start because it's been minus 45 degrees in game for the last couple of days.
Vittu ja vittu.
Keep drinking out of that, there's now in it. Fucking hellfire. Easy green, good morning. Waterproof makeup is a bitch to get off and you put on a primer that makes everything stick and... What, like varnish? Setting spray that makes it stick. It's not going nowhere with some bar of soap. Okay. Slightly insane there for a brief period. That was some high quality My Winter Car bollocks. Not as quality as Martin's bollocks, but similar. We're going to get out of it by just driving to El Carrion's across the lake. Nice and simple. Straight line. You haven't seen Rizzens though. I heard he worked with a traitor to infiltrate the Defias's plans. I am Dougie, yeah. The roads have become very difficult to drive on in the last few patches. Well, the ones around town at least. And I was having a bit of an issue leaving, so I thought, fuck it, we'll go across the lake. I think it's slower but more direct. "9 AM, it should be open by the time we get there." Did, which is stupid because I knew where it was all along. I've been in that area for fucking ages. FCI. What's down there? Where does that lead to? A gap in the tree wall for some reason. Investigate that at some point. If you see people mind seeing, you know what LFM means, right? And DPS and all that. You would be signing up as a DPS, and if you see a group says looking for more. Also, there's a world chat that we need to get you in. Sort that out if you're available at some point. Looking for normals. M. Did I say N? Looking for Nigel. Looking for men. Looking for mad folk. Yeah, there's like a world chat, which instead of just being like the area around you, you can speak to the whole server. I'm at the point now where if I came with you, it would ruin your experience a little bit. Plus, as an absolute antidote to the earlier freshes we've done, if a new player just immediately went to their first dungeon as a pug, that would be tippy-top. But just remember to say, I'm a beginner. Getting shown up by a gnome. I need a vibe check. You're supposed to be cool burgers without a shirt, right? Wait, not having a shirt on makes you cool? Is that what you're saying? Or cooking burgers without a shirt? If you like to live dangerously, then yeah, absolutely. I told a group last night and they cheered. Yeah, as I was saying last night, you know, people always make the joke about wishing they could go back and play like Outer Wilds or Skyrim or something fresh again and never been able to have that opportunity. If you're playing WoW and you bump into somebody that's never played it before, you're so jealous and excited on their behalf. Yeah, leave your bra on, 12. Your position right now, Martin, is the envy of everyone. And the fact you aren't Googling as well makes it 50 times better. But I'm doing a ton of LSD so I can forget Outer Wilds and get a second first experience. It's funny though, in a lot of games, I know it's dumb, but I can relatively well FCI a new player experience, if that makes sense. And sometimes I do it, where I like do things in a way that I feel like a new player would, and try and like get that experience a little bit. But there are some games it's impossible with, and that's one of them. The thing that depressed me the most is when I went back to play Echoes of the Eye for Outer Wilds. It had been like 18 months or something since I played the first game. And we played through the whole DLC and adored it so much that I wanted to see the ending of the base game again. And I just did it immediately. Within like 7 minutes I'd beaten it. Just from memory. But you can't play without that, like that. Yeah. You just can't forget it, can you? No Googling and gamma set to a realistic level. The Rizard going to his first dungeon. He grew up so fast. Best part of CPTSD and trauma. You forget everything pretty quickly. The problem is, obviously with sleeping issues and stuff, I think that's damaged my short-term memory, as we've all seen a million times. The problem I have is, my short-term memory is rubbish, But if I'm really, really emotionally invested in something, that sticks. So Outer Wilds and Skyrim and all these games I was really, really emotionally invested in. Therefore that has stayed, so I can't benefit from playing games again with the terrible memory. I only forget where I've put stuff. Only the bad stuff. Just let me play Outer Wilds again. Imagine you, Mina, and Uncle Augur watching from a distance going, that'll do, Rizzard. That'll do. Uncle Augur. Just watching him, like, watching the Rizzard go into the dead mines, like parents watching their kid get on their first school day on the bus. His little backpack on and his stupid shit sandals. There he goes. I'll probably go back and play Firewatch right now and not remember a damn thing. I thought the same, actually, and I went back and it was terrible on the second attempt. Not because the game was bad, but because it's like such a first pass experience that it's hard to imagine. Fucking Martin Bridges got me, by the way. What happened? I don't know.
Martin Bridge motherfucker.
Seems so. I don't know what I hit. I'm worried a piece has fallen off. Let me just quickly check that there's no bullshit. Whoa. That's a texture I've never seen before in these games. God, it's weird seeing a good texture in this. It's like a photograph, doesn't it? Good textures, Mr. Pigden. Someone will hit your car now and you'll go to... Yeah, cousin's going to come round here and just smash into the back. Oh, it's Bear. What's Bear doing all the way out at Alcarion? He's going to go and sit by the lake, by the river. Martin, thank you for the bits. Bear, I've crashed. Help. I'm freezing to death.
Vittu.
Bear, you do it. You're better at it.
Vittu.
True.
Vittu.
Warm up. Lovely. Right, we're nearly there. If the tractor will run. Fucking handbrakes on. True master at work. He's not at work. What was that? I pressed about 50 buttons there, but I feel like something's...
Oi vittujen kevää.
Rek.
It's actually fine, mine, but one thing I am concerned about is that I completely forgot to get the new exhaust and the new headers. I left them in the trailer back in... No, it's fucking fine. Balls to it. Right, we're here. We've made it. I'm going to do a little bit of cheating. I don't want any of you to get all upset. It's not really cheating. In fact, it's FCI. I'm going to back the car in so that... Wait, it's a bumper, isn't it? Was that my bumper fell off? It was as well. And it somehow managed to land inside the car. So, the car is currently very cold because it's been out in the minus 45 degrees C weather. And it's unable to start as a result of being chilly. So, I'm going to put the car into the garage where it's warm. I'm going to have to get in myself while I'm near. And it's going to take time to warm up. But if you save and come back in, it scoots time forward by 1 hour. So I'm going to save, come back in, and then that 1 hour will heat the car up. And maybe, before we turn the stream off and finish my winter car for this week, we can hear the engine roar, which I would like. Let's park on this guy's drive. Hey! I sucked his poo. I didn't get paid for it, but I sucked his poo. And thinking back now, it wasn't on the map, so it worked. Look. Okay, a break from the tractor sounds. Like Gwynblet trying to break in it. At least now. Have our burger. I'm going to go eat it right in front of Valkyrian. So I'm making chili. I made chili. Oh, is this the chili diaries? I'm going to eat this now because it won't be here when I save and come back in. Mexican ragu. Hello, Elke. Look what he's done my new... Yes, hello, yes.
Pojalla mielessä.
How much do I owe you?
Kyllä toi aika hirveetä skeidaa on, kun mä katon tätä sun rusinapullaas tässä, mutta...
What is that?
Jos me tietty hinnasta sovitaan, niin ehkä me saadaan tästä... No, sanotaan rusinaton pulla.
Shut up. Shut up. Have your fucking money. I'll eat that right in your face. Christ, that was a lot of money. My ass did recently unreal tuba sounds. He is making money, yeah. Piss. 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 Like good. Welcome to the stream. Rate my thumbnail from 1 to 10.
Jumalauta!
11. Oh, it's warming up. Oh, it might be warm now. Let me try it once before I save. I don't want to burn the battery out there. I'm running out of time. We're rallying. It's Friday now and the rally's on the Saturday. Yes! Good. 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 That's the first time it's started in 2 full streams. I left it out in the coldest weather we've had in games so far. This is why it's important to move all our business over to Alkarions, because this fucking thing hates starting. Right, I'm just going to let the engine warm up a bit so I can turn the clutch off and let it... What? Not the front door, Gwynbird, I hope, no? They're on the back. They were in anyway. We don't have a letterbox, but just knock, one of us will answer. Mina, welcome to the stream. You've arrived just as I've got the car started for the very first time. Yeah, in this whole stream of trying to start it. It is, yes, I did remember being we talked about it earlier in the stream. Right, will it run? Will it idle? Oh, that is good news to end the evening. I'm going to let it idle for a little bit longer as well, just to charging the battery so it can start again. Yeah, it's in the main Discord, Martin. Have you not seen it? Right. I'm going to have to attach that, aren't I? What else do I need? I already gave it a fluids change and everything, didn't I? Okay, so I have to come to Yorkshire and kick your ass for denying me a fix. Oh, I might be like 10 minutes late, though. But yeah, no. It's happening. Is that... Did I just get the right one first try? No way. It did. Okay, Martin Bridge may have removed this. But it's back on. You've done no permanent damage, Martin. Right, is that good? It seems so. We've got everything. I hate this bumper. I really want one of these. You know, these like flat, like standard chrome. Not chrome, but you know what I mean. I want one of them for here, but instead I've got this stupid bulky thing. It looks wank. I might have to check the classified magazines when I've got enough to upgrade. Okay, I do need to put... No, the exhaust is back on, isn't it? We can hear it. I might be ready to rally. That means then, boys and girls, the next time I see you, we'll be rallying. Second attempt at the rally. As you can see, I didn't even finish the first attempt because I still have the rally stickers on, and I'm a bit worried that the game still thinks I'm trying to do the first lap. Fucking cat. This is what's just happened on Martin Bridge. Stupid fucking shit. Come see all the cherry blossom, I'll make brownies. Yeah, just stay away from here. Threats of violence. Or butter, in this instance. I like this car. It needs to be warmed up and choked before someone puts fluids in it. I mean, jokes aside, I really like the look of the car when it's complete. But when it's dented up like this, I think the damage, the like cosmetic damage is maybe tuned up a bit much. Because tee-hee-hee stuff aside, like it's unrealistic levels of damage. Good work, Martin Bridge, always delivers. Right. We'll turn that off. Hello, we'll turn... Good. And that is going to do us. Thank you all for joining. I will see you all on Monday for the return of my winter car. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. We're going to be playing this every day until I've got the junior trophy. And then we'll have a break and come back for the other big bullshit. But tomorrow, starting a brand new playthrough. The Long Dark. After we played hundreds of hours previously before now, has now got a full story mode. So we'll have to go play that. Jaws in the autumn. Doomhaus Yorkshire party when? Yeah, but certain people aren't allowed in our fine nation. It's different if you've got Viking heritage, but if you're from down south, you can get fucked. Right, thank you all for joining. I will see you all tomorrow for The Long Dark. I'll see you all on Monday for more My Winter Car. Welcome to the followers. Thank you for all that rubbish. You all know how it goes. Lovely. You know what? We've got the car ready. I think we might be rallying. However, if you're in the Discord and you're sticking around... York, yeah? If you're in the Doomhaus Discord and you're sticking around for an extra minute or two, then you are more than welcome to join us for a single round of marbles on stream. The Doomhaus Discord, as you can see from the top left, is split directly down the middle between those with green names and those with orange names, which is randomly assigned when you join. If you are a green or an orange in the Doomhaus Discord, then you will know that at the end of every stream, those two teams compete to see which is the best of the two teams, but unfortunately, the numbers are lying. The Oranges are trailing by 17 points, and we've got the World Cup coming up shortly. We're going to need big qualifying marbles from Kitten, for example. So if you're in the Discord and you would like to take part in marbles, you must simply type the password, and the password to gain a marble for today is tractor. Go. Dublin is true, Martin, that's true. It's not recap. Right. We have Sothan for the Greens, Martin for the Greens, Azar for the Greens, Mara for the Oranges, Mina for the Oranges, Cats for the Greens, Siddles for the Oranges, Keaton for the Oranges, Alcarion for the Oranges. Welcome to the stream, Alcarion. Azzy for the Oranges. Easy Green for the Greens. Satan for the Oranges. Chaz for the Greens. Lundios for the Greens. Up to the stream. Shaggy Dan for the Oranges. Schmitz, welcome to the stream for the Oranges. 12 for the Oranges. Bear, welcome to the stream for the Greens. 6-4 for the Greens. Tag Slack, good afternoon, for the Oranges. And Dougie for the Greens, and Lark for the Greens. 22 marbles enter the race. Who here is yet to get their first point? I think it's, after Jamwedge yesterday, Lark and Kitten. Is that right? Can you believe Kitten's not got a fucking point? It is Mina, yeah, the Jorvik Centre. That's the one we were discussing. 22 marbles enter the race. First person to become into a group. We've got Sothan, Martin, Azar, Mindrake, Nina, Cats, Siddles, Kitten, Alcarion, Azzy, Easy Green, Satan, Chaz, Lundios, Shaggy Dan, Schmitz, 12, Bear, 6-4, Tag Slack, Dougie, and Lark. Get a load of this. 11 oranges and 11 greens. 12 says 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No moose sighting today. We're on off the rails, and we are going in 3, 2, 1. You know, there's a song called She Thinks My Tractor's Sexy. Now you do. If you'd have asked me before I'd read that sentence, Shaggy Dan, and I said no, but now I do. Yeah, Martin wasn't in charge, so he didn't get a terrible level. Why did you write leather? I bet Chaz is not on mobile either. Quite a Freudian slip. The level is off the rails. Best of luck to everybody. Spade is the record holder. 3, 2, 1. Let's begin. Ooh, big drop from Siddles. Good early drops from Oranges as well. 12 got shot forward, but Bear gets the drop. But, of course, as always, 2 greens seem to just appear out of nowhere and take the front 2 spots. Can we have an orange going down the middle? Mindrake nearly. Lundios and Siddles are taking the middle path. I don't know if it's any faster or not, but keep an eye on them. Easy Green stuck at the back currently. Cats gets a very big free pass, but Siddles might have just got ahead of him. It's hard to tell who's going to benefit from it the most. Azzy has jumped from the level. Didn't even see what happened. Lundios is coming at pace. Siddles is right behind him. Lundios is skipping so much of this fucking level. What is this? Is he going to get a good run through the spinner? Not the best, but Siddles is miles behind. Right, come on, Siddles. This seems to be the fight for first. Lundios gets shot forward. It's hard to see where he's gone. Can Siddles get the overtake? No. Siddles about as bad as possible through that obstacle. Lundios gets shot backwards, though. Maybe Siddles can do something if he pulls his finger out and asserts himself. Is he going to arrive, or is he going to crash into the wall at the back? Shaggy Dan's here to try and save things. Can Lundios fall? Oh, shit, that could have gone wrong. Damn, I've never seen that happen before. That was tight. He fucking skirted the edge and still got his win. Lundios, congratulations. Person of the century of the day goes green. Now 18 points clear. I feel like that fucking Eurovision's been a bit of a turning point. Bear second again, Lark third, Azar fourth, and Dougie fifth. Top 5 all green. Oh. You people are deadly. Bear loves the second place. That's one thing we're learning. Lundios, congratulations. I mean, Martin mentioned it earlier, but I might get in trouble if I mention it. But we're soon going to be halfway to final week, and Lundios is increasing the strength of his wrestler with every point. Lundios now up to 7 points, tying Mina in third, behind Azar and Auger. There, unfortunate. Lundios, congratulations. Greens, good work. No, I just mean turning point in that we just suddenly feel very non-competitive, certain, you know? Like the Greens were already in the lead into it last year, but that Worm Olympics that went fully green was just crushed all hope. It was a real turning point. Greeny and sweaty green spandexy Y fronts. Killed them all, filthy orcs. Lundios is unstoppable. Shit. Right, thank you all for joining. I'll see you all tomorrow for the start of the Long Dark. For those that don't know, the Long Dark is a survival game, but it's more Subnautica than it is like the Forest. It's set in northern Canada, and we've played a lot of it, but now it's got a full story mode, so we're going back in. It is brutal. So if you enjoy death loops, then hello, and I'll probably put it on the stupid difficulty and make it impossible for myself. Thank you all for joining. I love you all. Keep an eye out for people that might be live from the Doomhaus stable. But that's it for me. Everybody, sleep well. I love you all. I'll see you all on Monday for the rally, but for now, can somebody think of a final word? Actually, let me while I'm waffling. Nobody's live, as usual. For now, Martin, Schmitz, Alkirion, Easy Green, Mina, Bear, Chaz, Satan, 12, Lundios, Dougie, Cats, Monrot, and everybody else. Thank you all. I'll see you all tomorrow. But for now, final word from Martin. No, not from Martin. Why am I going from Martin? I'm going for recap. I can't cope with that Martin guy these days.